Hey, it's Jordan Harder from Harder Performance, and I'm going through my DMs today to get your questions answered. Today's question is, how do I get my legs stronger while dealing with a back injury? So the question, how it's written out is, I hurt my back this last year, and I've been trying to get back to playing sports, and I just can't get past this back injury. How can I keep on training while the past injury? And so this is a question that happens more often than not. This isn't just an athlete question. This is a just everyday question. People hurt their back all the time. I've had my back injured. And so I want to give some of the stuff I've used and that I've taken from awesome physical therapists to make sure that whoever is dealing with a back injury out there, you can keep on training, right? We can't let an injury set us back, but we can help propel it to make ourselves better. And so when we look at a back injury, I take a three-phase approach to get started, right? The first phase is we need to assess what's going on. So this is done by a physical therapist. I love working hand in hand with a physical therapist. Go get it checked out. You can also get assessed by a coach to see what muscles are tight and how we can adjust the training to fit you specifically, right? You might have, and this goes into the three phases. So the first one's getting assessed. Second one, once we get assessed, we're going to know which muscles we might need to soften up through some soft tissue work or some stretching, right? And then we also need to figure out where your mobility is. So maybe your hips are a little tight, causing that back pain, right? There's so many possibilities, and back pain is so unique to each individual. I don't want to go too far into that. That's why it's important to get assessed. But first we want to get our mobility, and then we want to get some stability, right? So we need to start integrating some core work, and not like crunches, it's like planks, holding positions. One of the videos that Ask Jordan I did last week, we covered some single leg exercises, and this is a great bridge, right? You can also throw some single leg split squat isos where you're just holding that position for time. You can keep the legs strong, but there's also a way to train. So right, we learn what's going on, we start loosening up the tissues that need to be loosened, we start strengthening the tissues that need to be strengthened, and working on your overall mobility and flexibility, and so we can start training again. And these are two exercises I use to help bridge that gap, right? We think the only way to get stronger is throwing that bar on your back and hitting some back squats. And I'm not attached necessarily to the exercise, right? There's so many different exercises we can use. What I am attached though is to the stimulus that creates the adaptation. So whether we can create the stimulus through the back squat or we can do some other exercises, we need to get the stimulus somehow. So this is one of my favorite setups we can do. It's called a belt squat. All I have here is a belt setup. We'll just strap in. So we get the belt set up here. And what we're going to do is we're going to get our squat. And so we can actually squat, keeping that spine from being loaded, right? I'm not having the barbell on my spine. My back is supported through the dumbbell, and I can work my squat range of motion, feeling that quads, trying to stay upright, keeping the abs on and engaged throughout. So it's just a belt squat. You get yourself heightened up so you can squat a little bit lower with the weight, control, and back, right? So this is just one of the squatting exercises we can do. And I would also pair this, right, with another deadlift variation. So that's one way we can use it. Maybe a deadlift variation we can use is keeping here, and it's going to be a little squatty, so we can go a little bit extra into the range of motion. A squatty deadlift through here. Another deadlift variation I'm a huge fan of, where we're bridging that gap of painful performance to pain-free performance. And we want to stay in that pain-free performance. We want to also integrate our abs into some different hinging variations. So if you've never really used your abs, through a hinge, through a deadlift, this is a great variation. And it doesn't take a ton of weight to get the adaptation and response we're looking for. It's called the goat belly hinge. You're going to hold it here. You're going to rip it apart so we can start to get the upper back involved, core is involved. I'm going to shoot my butt back, pushing through the ground to get nice and tall. So I'm feeling abs throughout, feeling the back of my legs. So it's just a great way, combining these two. You have 2 days of workouts now, 2 leg workouts. You have some single leg variations where you can not load that spine directly and get your legs stronger. So here's just a quick little breakdown of some things you can do to get through back pain, right? Pain happens to everyone. We all deal with injuries, but it's what we do to get past those injuries that matters most. So if you have any more questions like this, if you have questions on performance, on fitness, on lifestyle, send me a message. I'd love to help. Talk to you next time.